Let's make vocals sound like Thom Yorke from Radiohead.
God, I am so tired of being
Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take some vocals and we are going to run them through and try and replicate some of that glitchy, reversey sounds that you'll hear in some of the classic Radiohead albums and Thom Yorke's solo work. We've got some vocal samples. I'm going to take one vocal line. Let's listen to that. So vocals by Lisette. I'll leave Lisette's details all down below. We're going to manipulate Lisette's vocals using the brilliant Meris LVX. Okay, so let's dive into the LVX. We've got a blank preset up on the screen, and that is what we'll start with. So let's play the vocal and let's tweak around and see what we can do. Okay, so at the moment that's a basic delay. The feedback was ramped right up, so I've turned that down. So we've got a basic delay with some modulation mixed on, and I'm going to put that into reverse delay. Let's try that. And you're starting to hear that now, the impact of that starting to sound a bit ghostly like Thom Yorke often does. So let's go back in and let's just put the mix up to full 100% on that and hear what that sounds like. Okay, starting to sound a bit weirder, a bit more Thom Yorke-esque. I want the mix to be 100% wet on this. So let's go through the LVX and see what else we can do. I can change the divisions in the stereo spread between the left and right. So let's have a play with that. We're going to go to a quarter note delay, and on the left hand, we're going to go to a dotted eighth. Just bump the feedback a little bit. I'm just going to bring some of the dry signal back in. Already sounds to me pretty cool. Let's see what else we can find. One area that I knew in advance I wanted to get into was the pitch, and I want to put some subtle pitch, possibly octave down, octave up, onto the delays. So not the dry signal, the delays. So let's have a look at that. So we're in pitch. We're going to go to monochroma, and we're going to put glide on, and we're going to go to an octave down and an octave up. And again, I'm going to put that in the feedback loop. And turn the mix down because that's a little bit too prominent. So put that post now in the chain, which again is a brilliant feature about the LVX. And I'm just going to adjust the mix as we go. I want it to be really subtle. Okay, that sounds about right. Let's move on from pitch. And I'm going to try modulate, and I'm going to go into granulize. I've talked about granulize here on the channel before in the LVX, and actually was one of the main reasons why I sold the microcosm recently, because I realised I could get a lot of what I was using the microcosm for by using the granulize setting in modulate. So again, I've put that in post location, which means that the dry signal is coming through as is, and the affected delayed sound is what's being cut up and manipulated across the stereo spread. I'm going to mess around a little bit with the direction, the spread and the repeats. And as I'm listening now, I've just gone back to the global settings, just increase the mix of the affected sound. I probably want it to mostly be a wet signal. Very cool. I'm going to record this now as is and then do a second track using the looper. And now I'm going to delve into the looper a little bit. So I've gone onto the looper page and you can see that I've got half speed and reverse triggered. So I'm going to record this into the looper and then I'm going to turn it to half speed and then record that back out into my DAW, and that'll give me almost a pitch down version of what I've just been playing. So firstly I'm going to hold this down to go into loop mode. So that is now, I've got loop effects 2, which is this button here, assigned to half speed or reverse. So if I tap it once, it's going to be half speed. If I hold it, it's going to be reversed. But I want that half speed, so basically pitched it down. So I'm going to record that now back into my DAW. So we've now got 3 different layers. We've got the original. We've got the second one, which was half speed, which I looped. And then we've got the reversed one. So some awesome effects there that you can manipulate using the LVX, and I'm really just scratching the surface of what you can do with that pedal. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Did this get anywhere near Thom Yorke or Radiohead sort of sound? And what else would you have liked to have seen? If you want to hear any more from Lisette, there's some links down in the description below. And click here if you want to see more from the Meris LVX. I've got a great playlist with loads of videos that I've made around it, and loads of stuff that you're going to find useful. If you're not yet, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you back here every week for new videos on the channel.